Alright. Hello, everyone. We're gonna try to see if we can finish up our playthrough of Emio today. I'm on chapter 11. I think there are 11 or 12 chapters. So I think we're close to end. Could be a short little bit. Maybe play some Blotch or whatever afterwards or something to wind down. No, depending on how the game ends. Don't know how it's going to end yet. Don't know where it's going yet. Have some theories, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably going to be wrong on most of them. But, you know. That is life. All right. Well then. Without further ado, let's resume the investigation. Okay. Let's load the data. Now let's review the plot, potentially for the last time. Eisuke Sasaki, age 15, was found dead with a paper bag with a smiley face drawn on it over his head. The scene was similar to those of unsolved murders from 18 years ago, as well as the urban legend of the Smiling Man. You canvass Kamimatsu for information about what local children say is a haunted apartment. You meet someone who knew Suzuki and says they worked with him at the road construction site, but they identify the sketch of Makoto Kuze as Suzuki, not the actual sketch of Minoru Suzuki. At noon, you make your way to Todoroki Motors. When you tell the Todorokis that Minoru Suzuki might be involved in Eisuke's case, they refuse to believe it. You say you understand how they feel, but your duty is to the truth. This convinces them to help. You show the Todorokis the sketch of Minoru again. They insist it's really him, unlike the construction worker. Mr. and Mrs. Todoroki tell you the location of the apartment where Rinru once lived. Alrighty. Now we're back here. Do I just leave? I think so. I think I went through everything. Yeah, a little more for the construction worker. Huh? I thought it seemed awfully quiet, and now there's no one here. I don't see anyone working on the road. It seems like everyone is on break. Guess I'll kill some time until the construction workers are back from lunch break. Kill some time. How do you want me to kill time, though? Look at what they're doing. No, they're taking a break now. Work is stopped. The pedestrian walkway seems to be this way. I should follow the rules when I walk by. Who should I call? It's called a diner. I'm sure that's gonna go over well. Service is excellent, our customer service is friendly, and our food is delicious. We are your new favorite diner. Call Mr. Utsky. Busy. Oh, that's a little weird. Why is Kamihara's phone not available? That's weird. Slightly concerning. Don't know if anyone can hear it. I do love the fireworks that I have going off in the background because apparently it is January 15th, which means that's another fireworks day for whatever reason. Maybe I just need to travel somewhere else. If I go back to Kamimatsu Station? I don't think this is the right place. Maybe Kofuku Station? Oh! I guess that worked out. Hello there, little one. You got some more interviews lined up today? Hey, Mama Shoko. Yep, interviews. What are you doing here? I'm heading to work, of course. The bar's not going to open itself this evening. Oh, right, of course. Are you feeling okay? You seem off, little one. Oh? You can tell just by looking at me? How many years have I been working the bar? I can read anyone's faces. So what's the matter? You get into a fight with Kami? Huh? Nailed it, right? See? Mama Shoko sees all and knows all. Yeah. You know how Kami acts, all that braggadocio. Well, deep down he's scared. Maybe not even that deep. He's hiding his true feelings. He's dealing with a lot right now. I imagine he's overwhelmed. Yeah. So if it seems like he got angry with you, well, it might just mean he trusts you. Sorry, little one, but I've got to get the bar ready. Real quick, Mama Shoko. I just want to say thank you. Oh, well, I think you'll find that most arguments can be settled with a laugh. So why don't you stop by the bar after you solve the case and bring Kami with you? Yeah, I'll do that. Good. Your face is improving already. I'll be waiting for you there. So Kami trusts me, huh? Well, I hope he does. To the front of Kofuku Station. Nothing of interest there. I'll go 2. Alright. Was that all I needed to do? Can I go back to the road construction site now? Oh yeah, there we go. Hey, it's you again. You're that detective, right? Sorry, I ain't got much time. Boss said there was a change of plan, so we're stopping work early today. Oh, is that so? Work seems to have stopped for now. I already told you everything I know anyway. Let's clear up the mystery of the sketches. Look, I'm holding up the driver right now. Everyone's waiting on me. Besides, it ain't like the sketch is gonna change no matter how many times you show it to me. But... Hey, what's the hold up? You coming? Yeah, I hear ya, I'm coming. See you later, kid. Wait, huh? Hmm? That guy over there also knew Suzuki. Wait a minute. Huh? Hey, what's the holdup? We're all waiting on ya. Hey kid, this is our driver. I bet he remembers Suzuki, don't ya? Oh, really? Sorry, but could you take a look at these? Yo, which one you think is Suzuki? What? Well, this one. Right? See, kid? I told you I was right. Are you sure? Yeah, anytime we leave a job site, we take roll call. Although, Suzuki did always wear a mask. But I made him take it off when it was time for roll call. That's how I'm sure the face matches. Ah. Interesting. So that is right. 2 people have now seen the sketch of Makoto and claim that it's actually Minoru. I don't think it's a simple misunderstanding, but I'm not sure what's going on. Something is going on. What kind of person was Suzuki? He was a strange guy. He hardly ever spoke, and he pretty much kept to himself. One time I said we should go get a drink together. He just chuckled and gave me a look. Didn't even answer. He hardly ever spoke, and he pretty much kept to himself. To be honest, he didn't make much of an impression. If you weren't paying attention, you could forget he was even there. But overall, he seemed like an okay guy. Just my impression. Oh, I don't know anyone who looks like that. Is there any detail you can tell me about Suzuki? Even the smallest thing could help. let's see. Oh, well, there was that thing that happened on the last day of the job. The last day? Alright. How could you forget? I drive a lot of guys to the work site every day. Pretty much everyone, actually. But Suzuki, he walked. Until the very last day of construction. That day, he accepted a ride home. Yeah, I invited him. Why? You know, he was just such an oddball. I guess I kind of wanted to see where he lived. That's right, you said, it's my last chance. Did I really? But ultimately, I dropped him off in the middle of nowhere. Kind of a mountainous area. Seemed deserted to me. Oh? Yeah, I remember thinking, what a weird place to get dropped off. But he just started wading through the overgrown weeds on his way up into the mountains. I yelled out, "What are you, a bear?" I thought maybe he was gonna pick some veggies or berries or something, but it was almost dark. Huh? Can you tell me where you dropped Suzuki off? Yeah, it's a place called Yamamba Pass. Yamamba Pass. Kinda creepy sounding, right? Who would ever live in a place like that? Live there? Who would even go there in the first place? Oh, I guess I'm going to. Yamamba Pass. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Final chapter, the truth. There you have it. Final chapter. This is Yamamba Pass, where the person they called Suzuki got out of the construction worker's car. There's a path. It's fairly remote and there's not much traffic. It'd take a while to walk to town from here. Beware of bears. What am I supposed to do if I run into one? Depends on the type of bear. But at the very least, if playing dead won't work, run downhill. I don't see any cars going by at all. What's this here? It looks like the grass has been trampled. Animal tracks or a person? It's a bit overgrown, but... Ah. I have to check it out. Yeah. Oh shoot, forgot to charge again. So now my battery's low. I won't use it for now, in case there's an emergency and I need it later. Well, that's not gonna work. We're probably not gonna have signal later either. We're about to get killed in a forest, all alone. Nobody knows where we are, except for 2 random construction workers. Alright, let's follow the tracks for now. I'm a little nervous. It's already starting to get dark, but... I'm gonna push on and go as far as I can. Walking alone in the woods in the dark, got nothing. Well, there's foot tracks there. This has gotten rough. This is basically mountain climbing at this point. And looks like there's some tracks in the mud. I should pay close attention. They must have been made by someone passing through. I'm glad they're here. I can use them to navigate. Doesn't look like a hiking trail. I don't even see any signs or landmarks at all. Maybe the trail was blazed by someone who lives out here, and now Miru Suzuki's using it. Suzuki. Yeah, but why does it look like Makoto? Are the things just that far off? Or is it Makoto? There aren't any snakes around, right? Everything is a thicket. Maybe there's some clues in these woods. Let's go through the notebook one more time, you know? Take a look at everything. Yeah, just describing that. Yeah. According to the construction workers, Suzuki hardly spoke and always wore a mask. He often looked distant and spacey. On the last day of the job, some co-workers dropped him off in a secluded mountain area called Yamamba Pass. Daisuke. When hearing suspicions about Detective Kuze Kamihara, he was skeptical and maybe a bit angry. Seems he's afraid that others will see through him, so that's why he acts careless and odd all the time. While Mishoko thinks that his strong emotional reaction to suspicions is proof of his trust. Could be Makoto Kuze. When some construction workers saw the sketches of Minoru Suzuki and Makoto Kuze, they identified Makoto as Suzuki. Yeah. She drew a map to where Minoru lived. We have this mysterious old man who knows something. The kids. And the construction worker. His last day of work. Alright. Let's follow the tracks a little longer. That was a pretty intense hill. Whew. Okay, where should I go next? I can just barely hear the sound of running water. The bushes are getting even thicker. I'm only gonna find the tracks if I examine the area closely. Some of the greenery is a bit trampled. Sure seems like someone's been walking here. Wonder if I could find some rare beetles out here. Now is not the time, Conan Holmes. Now is not the time to be wondering about beetles. Okay. Let's keep following the tracks. I should keep going. A fork in the trail? This is gonna be a problem. The path splits in two. Plant. Oh boy. Road on the right. Hold on. Which do I go down? It's the way down. There are some tracks, but they're sparse. The way up. I see a good amount of tracks. Okay, then maybe that's what we do. I don't know, man. Does it make a difference? Does it matter which way I go? Final chapter of the truth. I guess I'm gonna go left. This is where most of the tracks are. Oh, there's something tied, though. A stream? Something tied here. What's that? No, it looks like a marker. So if I go in the direction of this landmark, I might find a road. Why put that there, though? Do people pass through here on a regular basis? Yeah. Stream. Water's really moving. It's not super deep, so I bet I could cross, but... yeah. It's not as deep here. I bet I could rock on the rocks to make my way upstream. That's probably the better idea. I'm gonna follow the landmark. I can use the rocks, just need to be careful. What the fudge is this? Another fork in the road. Don't know if I'm going the right way. There's a handwritten sign blocking the path. It reads, "No entry." It's written in hiragana. I wonder if that's to make it easier for kids to read. And what's this sign? There's a broken sign in the bushes. Like maybe someone hit it? No passing beyond this point. Looks like a sign put on by an official of some sort. Right, so this would presumably be the one you actually wouldn't want to go down. Bet I can't climb the rock if I believe in myself and do my best. Oh, jeezums. I think I'm gonna go left again. I'm gonna ignore that and go left anyway. You never know, it could get a game over. Walk off a cliff. Oh, there's a shack. So, what now? There's a rose on a grave. What the fudge? And there's a Jizo. A Jizo statue. It looks like it's barely been taken care of. There are random flowers in the offering. The flowers are fresh. Someone must have been here recently. And it looks like there are some tracks behind the statue. Yeah. A shed. It looks pretty old, but it might be worth investigating. I'm gonna get killed in the woods. I'm gonna get killed in the woods. Is that a cave? I think I can get in there if I bend down. I can't see much deeper from here. Could be a bear in that cave. I mean, that's where the tracks are, but I do want to check out the shed. Oh. That was smaller than I thought it would be. Just a storage set, probably used by a forestry worker. It was old and falling apart. I learned nothing. Oh, okay, so I guess I was just getting it right the other times. So then we'll go ahead and go behind the Jizo statue. Ooh. Finally out of the woods. It's like an old abandoned village. What the hell is this place? Just want to listen. Is this an abandoned village? There's nobody around. It's like time stopped. There's some old, dilapidated houses. The workers dropped off someone who they were calling Suzuki a ways back. I wonder if he lived here. There are power lines. Exterior walls completely collapsed. Is that the same thing on all of these? There's no sign of anyone living here. If I so much as touched it, it'd fall apart. Feels spooky, maybe haunted, like something might jump out at me. I feel like I've done. What was that? Anything new? Let me see. Let me just think. Could Minu Suzuki be here? And I guess, more importantly, if someone were here, would it really be Minoru? Two separate people ID'd Makoto's sketch as Suzuki. Yeah. I don't think anyone will come out. It's the same thing for everyone. There's no one around. Yeah, I won't use it in case of emergency. No one's nearby. Okay, fine. I should look inside these buildings, even though they look abandoned. Whoa. Kamihara? Because you had no signal? No. Kuze. Oh, jeezums. What are you doing here? Detective Kuze. Why are you... Answer my question. I think Minu Suzuki might be lurking around here. So, I'm looking for him. Oh my god. Is that why you're here too? Yeah, I feel like that's not necessarily the case. Oh, jeezums. Think, bud. Why would she be here? So, if you're here, that means Minoru Suzuki must really be lurking somewhere around here, huh? I can't tell you anything about the police investigation. You have no right to expect me to. You're a civilian. I have no obligation to tell you anything. This is true, however... That's... Two people have looked at the sketch of Makoto and told me it's a person they know as Suzuki. What? I guess that wasn't it. Let me show the other one. No. What should I do here? think some more. Detective Kuze is usually calm and collected. Not now, though. Yeah, you're telling me. She seems pretty nervous. Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this. Why is she so tense? Does she really think Minoru Suzuki, very possibly the smiling man, is in the village right now? I don't know, man. I would put 2 and 2 together and think why someone could be really tense and nervous up here by an abandoned village in the middle of the mountains that you didn't know about until, you know, half an hour ago. But a random detective is just here? I could think of reasons why. A detective that had the tie of from the local junior high school, who the murder victim of the central case was missing their tie. I don't know. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I hope I'm very much wrong. I'm just saying. A little bit of self-preservation would probably go a long way. Is Minoru Suzuki somewhere in the abandoned village? No sign of anyone. It's like time has stopped. You know how it is. I can't answer any questions about the case, so your work is done. Leave the rest to the police. What do you mean our work is done? Why would my work be done? And where is the rest of the police? Detective Kuze is right. It's a job for the police now. It's just there don't seem to be any police here other than Detective Kuze herself. Yeah, bud. You think? Ain't it kinda weird? Detective Kuze, did you come here by yourself? You aren't thinking of going in alone, are you? Don't worry. I called Kami for backup. I'll be fine. I won't do anything reckless. How'd you call him? We couldn't reach him. That's why you need to go now. But go. But think. We couldn't reach Kamihara. No, don't even think about it. Go back now. This is no time for making phone calls. I think it would be a time to make a phone call. I'm just saying, this would be time to make a phone call. Phone a friend. Something's not right. Yeah, she's more tense than usual. You'll do what I say, or you'll be under arrest. Go back the way you came. How did you get here, though? Detective Kuze. Like I told you before. Don't get in my way. Understand? Now go. Something ain't right here. Don't make me say it again. Come on. I'm not part of the police force. I shouldn't be trying to work alongside Detective Kuze like this. My dude, think with your head for a second. I'll only get in her way if I stay here. What did I think I was even doing? You've literally solved 2 other cases. Come on, my dude. I'm worried about her, but I can't stop her from doing what she wants to do. I suppose my investigation ends here. Why would it? Why would your investigation end here? Your work is done. Leave the rest to the police. I don't think I should, though. I really don't think I should. It doesn't end here. Go! Your work is done. Leave the rest to the police. Is this one of the things? Save and quit investigation? Oh, it is. Detective Kuze, you're right. My investigation ends here. Huh? It's just... Please be careful. Yeah. Thanks. I'll get going then. Don't actually leave. I'm a civilian. I guess I did everything I could. Well, maybe I can linger until backup arrives. Or I could call Kamihara, even though she said she already did. What was that? Detective Kuze? I knew it. She went to find Minoru Suzuki alone. Where is she? Did she go into one of these abandoned houses? But which one? I have no idea. I'll go door to door and look around. Gunshot? Oh, jeezums. That was a lot closer than before. Was it over there? It sounded like it came from this way. Well, let's hope that was Kami, who's a notorious bad shot. And no one's actually hurt. Okay? Huh? What the fudge? A man covered in blood. He's not moving at all. She has some blood on her and looks stunned. Man covered in blood. He's not moving at all. What the fudge happened? No one has a gun in their hands, though. Who in the world is that person? A man covered in blood is lying on the ground. This is it. We just focus on that. I mean, a good thing to focus on. Detective Kuze. Detective Kuze, are you okay? What the hell? Who is he? This is Minoru Suzuki. What? The same man responsible for the murders 18 years ago. And the man who killed Eisuke Sasaki. Suzuki approached me. I told him to stop. He did not. I fired a shot, but my hands were... I missed. Suzuki took my pistol from me and threw it away. And he began to strangle me. Did he? I escaped his grasp. I hit Suzuki on the head with a machete. Split him open. I think she's in shock. She seems disoriented. I don't think that's Minoru Suzuki. That man looks too old. Detective Kuze doesn't look like her usual self. Where's the machete? Can I call someone? Well, I mean, I need to calm down and try to get a handle on the situation. This is Minoru Suzuki. I killed him. I don't know that you did. I'm trying to look at any little piece of like the artwork in the background to try to figure out if there's any sort of clues as to what actually happened. Maybe it is what actually happened. Let's try to understand the situation first. So that's Minoru Suzuki? It's too dark to see very well, but his face looks badly injured. Did Detective Kuze do that too? Disfiguring a corpse in order so they can't be identified? Are you sure that's Minoru Suzuki? Yes, it's really him. And I killed him. She seems confident that that man on the floor is Minoru. And his sketch must be what led her here, but how could she be so sure? She's only seen a rough police sketch of what he might look like now. So again, is that really Minoru Suzuki? Can I look more at his face? Is that really Minoru Suzuki? I killed Minoru Suzuki. I don't know what happened. But there was definitely, there was a second gunshot, right? Or was it just a kerfuffle? We definitely heard a gunshot. Yeah. I get the blood or the neck or something. No. Surroundings. That's it. Okay, I've got things figured out. Detective Kuze entered the abandoned house alone and was attacked by Minoru Suzuki, who was inside. She opened fire in self-defense. The sound of that shot led me here. But about that gunshot... Now, wait a second. I heard 2 shots. Did Detective Kuze miss both times? She says she got a hold of the gun and then tried to strangle her. But she was able to grab a machete and strike him in the head with it. So where's the machete? Yeah. Where's the machete? don't see any machete around here. Where could it be? But there is a cell phone lying by my feet. Oh, it's my phone. I must have dropped it when I ran in here. We should let Detective Kamihara know what's happening. I'll call him. Huh? Out of range. No signal in the mountains. Wait, if I'm out of range, didn't she say... Yeah, idiot. Don't worry, I called Kami for backup. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep, that sounds about right. Who could have seen this one coming, bud? Who could have seen this one coming? Whoa! Why didn't you just go? Why did you even come here? Detective Kuze? I'm sorry. You're going to have to die. Huh? Wait, Detective Kuze! It was 18 years ago. Huh? I'd run out of the house, and I was sitting beside the side of the road crying. A car pulled up right in front of me. The door opened and someone stepped out. I looked up at them and... there was a man standing there. He was wearing a paper bag with a smiling face drawn on it. What? I was too scared to move. I couldn't speak. The man crouched down and looked me in the eye. He said, Emiko. I screamed, and I screamed, I just kept screaming. The man didn't move. I could see his eyes from inside the bag. They looked sad. Then he grabbed me by the neck. That's when my brother came running up the road. He was yelling, trying to save me. He attacked the man, but it wasn't enough. The man started strangling, keeping him pinned to the ground. I thought, he's gonna kill my brother. I was watching my big brother die. I tried to help. I grabbed the man, but he just brushed me off like I was nothing. That's when I managed to pull off the paper bag. He turned and looked right at me. And it was Minoru Suzuki, but his face was... What the fudge? It looked like the face on the bag. I was so scared I couldn't breathe. Did he cut off his face? What? By the time I got a hold of myself, Suzuki's car was gone. But I couldn't forget the sight of him tossing my unconscious brother in the trunk. He was taking Makoto away. I can still remember it so clearly. When I got home, my grandparents kept asking me what happened to my brother. I don't know why I told them I didn't know anything, but that's what I did. It was all so horrible. The attack, the look on his face, the feeling of being strangled. None of it was as bad as my brother being gone because of me. And if my grandparents knew what really happened, my big brother, the purple flowers he gave me. If only I hadn't said those horrible things. Did you kill Eisuke? He was taken instead of me. I wish it had been me. I still feel that way. The police came to my house, and they asked me so many questions about my brother. All I could say was, I don't know anything. Everyone in the village came together to try and find my brother. I knew it was useless. He would never be found. The next day, a young man came in. He'd been there that night and identified himself as a detective. Utsuki. Oh? When I refused to speak, do you know what he said to me? He said, "Miss, I'll find your brother. Are you sure you don't know anything at all about his disappearance?" I couldn't answer, because I knew that detective, Shunsuke Utsuki. I knew he could see through me, through my lies. And to the other truths he knew was that my brother would never come home alive. That man, did you really kill him? Yes, I did. Minoru Suzuki destroyed our lives. He deserved to die. I knew you'd come, Emiko. Huh? You're not Emiko? And who are you? Someone else did it. There was someone else here. There was someone else here. I killed Suzuki. I don't think you did. This gun has his fingerprints on it. If it looks like Suzuki shot you, I can finally live life with my brother. I'm sorry, but your brother? Yeah, someone else was here. It is Makoto. Makoto. Makoto, my brother, it's me, Junko. Makoto. Brother? Yes, you're my brother, Makoto. I knew it. You're still alive. Alive? What are you talking about? Brother, don't you know who I am? Don't you? Who am I? Who the hell are you? Wait, look at this. Remember? I should have thanked you. You've got to get out of here. Now! Wait for me at Kofuku Station. What? Hurry! Get out of here, hurry! But... Gonna... Now! There you go, is that... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Detective Kuze, what should I do? My brother has lived like this for almost 20 years without knowing anything about his life until today. I don't want to make him suffer anymore. I want to set him free. Right now! I'm so sorry. What the fudge happened though, dude? I can't. I still can't do it. I'm sorry. Makoto. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Detective Kuze. Detective Kuze. Oh, Jesus. No, stop, Makoto! Stop! Makoto! We just gonna gloss over that, or? I'm back. Oh, hey Ayumi. How's Makoto doing? We're just gonna skip some steps here. We're just gonna skip some steps, apparently. What is the truth, man? I didn't want to believe it was Suzuki. But was it? But it still doesn't make sense. There's still things that don't make sense. There's things that don't add up. Ugh. Jeezums, man. Jeezums. I don't even know, man. I don't even know, dude. Like, what the fudge? I'm so glad Detective Kamihara is a terrible shot. I know he was shooting to kill, but... yeah. I figured as much. That was gonna come up at some point. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. Let's see this. Kamihara opened fire on Makoto upon arrival. Sorry, I'm still coming down from that, man. He said Detective Kuze had been acting strange lately. Said she'd been working solo much more than before. He decided to perform a one-woman raid on Minoru Suzuki's hideout without telling anyone else. But Detective Kamihara knew about the motorcycle and the school tie. So he paid attention to her movements whenever possible. Kamihara knew Detective Kuze was headed to the abandoned village alone. But he said he was delayed after being called into the police station. Why? See, he's been engaging in unauthorized and irregular behaviors too. All to protect Junko. As for Minoru Suzuki, at the time, I was sure Detective Kuze was the one who killed him. But it wasn't. It was Makoto. Right? Because that was, I mean, that's the machete. Makoto. Junko. Hide somewhere, Makoto. Huh? Just hide now! What about Eisuke? That's a great question, huh? It looks like Eisuke Sasaki committed suicide after all. Oh, jeezums. Detective Kuze was headed back to the station when she saw a kid on a bicycle ride onto a side street. She was suspicious, but decided to keep going. But her suspicions got the best of her and she turned her motorcycle around to follow the bike. She parked and walked down the pumping station, and that's where she found Eisuke Sasaki hanging by his neck in a sitting position. He'd hooked his tie to the bars of the pumping station. He wasn't breathing, so Detective Kuze tried to resuscitate him. It didn't work. Eisuke was dead. When she went to take her cell phone out of her bag, Detective Kuze remembered something she was carrying. The paper bag. The paper bag she'd found while cleaning her grandmother's house before it was torn down. Gave her an idea. And she acted upon it. Detective Kuze took the tie and put the paper bag over Eisuke's head and left the scene. Hello? I think someone's dead. They're at the pumping station near the bus stop behind the school. I was right about some things. The next morning, posing as the first witness, she made an anonymous call to the police. Detective Kuze disguised Eisuke so he would be linked to the case from 18 years ago. She believed her participation in the investigation could lead to locating her brother, Makoto. She was hoping the case would draw a lot of coverage and serve as a kind of beacon for Makoto, who she believed was still alive. And it worked. Eisuke's case was noticed by Minoru Suzuki and Makoto. The smiling man showed up, just like Detective Kuze hoped. He says she regrets what she did. She keeps saying, "What have I done?" Didn't Detective Kuze also take Eisuke's suicide note? I think she was keeping it along with the tie. Yeah, it was in the envelope I saw in the box in her apartment. Eisuke's suicide note was addressed to Megumi. It read, to Megumi, I've had a lot of fun with you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Mr. Fukuyama told Megumi and Kohei what the letter said. Kohei was Eisuke's best friend. He understood Eisuke better than anyone. When he heard what Eisuke wrote, he said, "Yeah, sounds like him." After saying that, he broke down in tears. Megumi cried too. She cried until she had no tears left. But she said the note gave her strength. She listened and accepted what it said as bravely as any adult would. It seems she'll forge ahead. Yeah. It's difficult for adults to remember what it was like to be kids. But I understood how fragile the world felt to them. And I'll do whatever I can to protect them. Mr. Fukuyama seems to have felt this too. He'll be a great teacher. I know it. I'm back. Oh, Mr. Utsuki. Welcome back. I've heard about your exploits from Kamada. You're both extraordinary detectives now. How did your investigation go? We'd be dying to hear your stories. Hold on. I just got back and I'm starving. So, Ayumi, care to join me for lunch? Of course. Wait a minute. Why are you only taking Ayumi? Let's go, Ayumi. Yes. Come on. Why can't I come? Yes. Oh, Detective Kamihara. Can you believe this? Everyone is so mean. I got left behind. Oh, are you on the phone with someone? It's Detective Kamihara. Watch your step. Focus on where you're walking or you'll get hurt. Okay. Is that it? Sometime later, I received a letter from Detective Kuze. To everyone at the Utsuki Detective Agency, I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience I may have brought to your lives. My actions are unforgivable. I'm ashamed of my selfishness, and I intend to atone for my sins. I have resigned my position with the police to focus on supporting my brother as we move forward. Makoto's memory has returned, but it will be some time before he can walk again. He wants to be able to live on his own someday, so he spends his days doing hard phisical rehabilitation. To stand by and support my brother is my atonement. I'll keep living with that thought in my heart. Our family of 3 wishes you all the best in your endeavors. Junko Kamihara. Mm.
マスの花言葉はつつましい幸福、真実、そして希望。久世兄弟はようやくそれらすべて取り戻したんだろう。
Wow, man. Just wow. There's everybody. I don't know, man. Yeah. It's quite the ending. I still don't... It's a crazy ending, but also I just don't... It's interesting, because I still don't understand what was the motivation. If that really was Minoru Suzuki, what was the motivation? What was the reason he was supposedly involved in those killings? Why did he seemingly shear off his face with the steel cutting shears and then go and do that? And then theoretically kill 3 people. And then abduct. Just don't understand, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. I think mostly it is a good ending. Except, was that him though? Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't all him? I still got questions at the end of it. It's not necessarily a bad thing for an ending. To still have questions at the end. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. I'm wondering if there'll be some post-credits thing or something that explains a little bit more. Yeah. There's questions left over at the end. I didn't think he did do it, but how, and then how could the Todorokis be so wrong, right? The Todorokis were so sure. Well, he didn't have anything to do with Eisuke's death, but he did have to do with the other deaths. Theoretically. Oh, phone call. Hi, it's me. I'm sorry to bother you at this hour. About this case, there are still many mysteries that remain unanswered. I believe uncovering each of these details will allow us to truly solve the case. Part of that requires looking directly at the life of Minoru Suzuki. However, it's pretty gruesome stuff. Heavy, dark. You have to be prepared for that. So I'm only going to talk when you're ready. When you decide you're prepared, will you give me a call? I'll be waiting. Yes. Did that in a different chapter. Oh, and you actually cleared it. Oh. Minoru. Huh? Excuse me? Excuse me? There's a whole other, at least, side story to this game? Well then. You know what? I said I had questions. I said I had questions. And very much so, here we are. Alright, well, yeah, let's freaking go for it. Oh my gosh. Didn't realize there was post-game to this game. Not typically the game you would think would have post-game. Have you decided that you're ready? Yeah. Let's hear it. Understood. Then come to the office. With the investigation at Irmo village complete, we now know the full origin of the Smiling Man. Additionally, we found a scribbled note in the house where Minoru Suzuki was hiding. But understanding the true meaning of what he wrote, well, that's beyond our current abilities. Nevertheless, let me begin by filling you in on the details of my investigation. You're with the Utsuki Detective Agency? Yes, I know this incident is ancient history, but I was wondering if I could ask a few questions. I see. So, what do you want to ask? I came here to investigate the history of the Suzuki family. I understand that they used to live here. The Suzukis. So unfortunate. I remember they used to live in peace and harmony together. An ordinary family. But then... one day, the wife and mother left home. The husband stopped working and started drinking. He became aggressive. Maybe it's shameful of us, but we distanced ourselves from the family. I don't know why the mother left. It's not my place to say anything about it. But I will say, the poor Suzuki children were the ones who suffered the most. Children? Did Minoru Suzuki have any siblings? Yes. He had a sister named Emiko. They were 7 years apart. Did you say Emiko? Oh, yes, Emiko. She was such a pretty girl. I think Minoru cherished and protected his sister in part because she was so much younger. I like smiling, Emiko. Shut up, you little bastards! Don't make Emiko cry! I hate you! What did you just say? You son of a bitch! Say it to my face! I'm sure that Minoru was often beaten while protecting Emiko. When her mother was around, Emiko used to be so bright and cheerful. She was a little tomboy, and some of the villagers called her Emio, so it sounded like a boy's name. Oh, jeez. But, well, after her mom left, she cried all the time, and she always looked so frightened. We did the best we could, but... She was killed, wasn't she? She was killed, wasn't she? And Ayaka was also killed by her own father. And that's what drove Minoru to do what he did. Minoru protected Emiko with his own body at times. And they were such a good brother and sister to each other. She was such a spunky little girl, just bursting with energy. Of course, she was always attached to Minoru at the hip. Sometimes she'd hide when she saw us. She must have thought that her brother was the only person she could trust in the world. Her brother was the only person she felt she could trust. He was an awkward boy, a few words, but he was honest and kind. You could see he always acted cheerfully for Emiko's sake. He depended on him. I'm sure it was terribly hard for him. There are things between a husband and wife that are personal and sometimes irreconcilable. But it's always the children who suffer when the relationship dissolves. We couldn't do anything for Minoru and Emiko. I don't know if that's true. And that's a regret I carry with me to this day. You know, I do remember. There was one day when I heard Emiko laughing wildly. She looked so happy. I wondered what was going on. Well, Minoru was fooling around with some kind of funny paper bag on his head. A paper bag. Yes, oh, it had been so long since I'd seen Emiko smile, let alone laugh. Do you remember what kind of paper bag it was? Oh, it was just an ordinary bag. But Minoru must have drawn a smiling face on it. So it looked as though he was laughing wildly when he put it on. Emiko would laugh so much when he wore it. I hadn't seen her hat happy in a long time. Why, the next day both of them were running around with bags on their heads. I suppose it was their way of making a little fun for themselves when life was so hard. I think it made Minoru happy to see Emiko smiling and laughing again. But then the unthinkable happened. Yeah, I think I get where this is going. What happened to the Suzuki family after that? I'm sorry. Can you ask someone else about that?
他の人に聞い わしはもう
It's
思い出すの
it's
が
just too painful to
辛いん
remember.
じゃ
わかりました。
I
い
understand.
ろいろとお話しいただき
Thank you for
あり
sharing
が
what
とう
you
ござい
have.
ました。辛いことをお聞きして、
I'm sorry to hear I've
申し訳ありませんでした。
stirred up these troubling memories.
ご気分は
I
大
hope
丈
you
夫でしょ
feel
うか
better.
おう
You sound like you
わし
genuinely
のこ
care.
とを気にし
That's
てくれ
kind
る
of
の
you.
か
Thank you.
あの兄弟
Those
は
kids, the brother and sister.
二人で
They-
一つ
They were as one. Yeah.
恵美子さんは亡くなった？
Emiko passed away. You're saying she drowned in the pond? Yeah.
池の方
I
から
could
みの
hear
りちゃんの
Minoru screaming from down near the
空もう大
pond.
きい鳴き声が聞こえてき慌てて行ってみたら
I rushed over and found Emiko.
もう
I
言葉
was
も出なんだです
speechless. Minoru.
突然駆け出したみのるちゃんがどこへ
I
何をし
wondered
に
why
行こうと
he
した
had
ったのか
suddenly run outside in the rain like that.
あん時の
I had
私
no
は
idea what was going
何
on.
も気づけんかったんですよみのるちゃんとえ
I
みこち
think
ゃん
Minoru and Emiko were planning on running away from home together.
それを
But
親父さん
when
に
their
見つかっ
father
て
found out, he took all of their things and
池
dumped
に
them
捨
in
て
the
られて思っ
pond.
てえみこちゃん
And
が
I
池に入って
suppose
拾
what
おうとした
happened
み
was that
たいで
Emiko went to try and retrieve their things,
それで
and she drowned.
溺れたらしいんですそんで
And so,
みのる
Minoru
ちゃんが
killed his father,
親
or
父
beat him
さん
up.
を
He went to his father. Sensitivity
親父さんの顔はもう
His father's face was
そ
still.
れでも
I don't know
誰も
if you
Minoru-chan
can
を責めた
blame
りは
Minoru.
みのるちゃん
I can't imagine what it was
どん
like
だ
for
け辛か
Minoru
ったことか妹を亡
to
く
lose
し
a
て
sister,
自分
then
の
with
手
his own hands, his
親父
father.
さんあん時
When I think back,
いきなり走り出したみの
why
るちゃん
didn't
を
I stop Minoru?
私は
when
なん
he
で止めん
started
かったん
running?
やろあの子が
How
何を考
could I not
え
have
とった
realized
か
what was going on?
なんで気づいてやれんかったんやろうって今でも
I still think
そう
about it.
えみこちゃんのお葬式の日にね
I remember Emiko's funeral. Jeez.
ちゃん
実るかわいそうにそうかそうか
You.
エミオちゃん
Emio, it looks like your
兄ちゃんが
brother brought
ええ
something
もん持ってきてくれたぞ
for you.
エミオちゃんが
Emio is smiling.
もう泣かんでええん
You
やぞ
don't have to
ずーっと
cry anymore. You can just smile
笑を
now.
取ったら
Keep
ええん
smiling
やぞ
forever.
あん時のことは村で
Something
長い間
happens
語り
like
継
that.
がれてきたようですわ
People talk across generations.
けんど
But then again,
この村も
in time, all
そのこ
things
とを知る
fade.
人はもうほとんど
Even
おら
those
んでな
painful memories just sort of
忘れられて
drift away.
いくんやね
You forget.
ミノルちゃんその後
I
少年
believe
院に入っ
Miru
たんで
was
すわ
sent to a juvenile detention
そ
center
れから
afterward.
先んことは
But that's all I know.
ようわかりませんね私も
I left the village
あの
shortly
後
after
村を
that
出てもう
time.
たんで
Oh boy, man. In the end, life is as fragile as that paper bag that
旅立っていったんですよ
Emiko and Minoru played with.
私から
That's
話せるこ
about
と
all
は
I can tell you.
こんくらいですかね
お話しいただ
I
きまし
see.
てありがとう
Thank you
ござい
very
ました
much for speaking with me.
村を出てずいぶん経った
I
今
moved
でも
away a long time ago, but
あの兄弟
I
の
still
ことは
think of those kids sometimes.
時々思い出しますねミノルちゃん
I hope
今も
Minoru is
元気に
doing
しとったらええ
well.
んやけど
Oh man.
私がミノルちゃんの
If
気持ち
only I
に
had
気づいて
known
や
what
れ
was
てたら
going on in his head. Maybe
あ
I
の子
could
が
have
罪
been
を犯す
different.
ことはなかったんや
I
な
could have.
あくまでも
Well,
私の考えではありますが
if you want my opinion,
あなたは決し
I
て
don't think you can blame
ご自
yourself.
身を責めるべきではないと思います
そうなんやろうかね
I wonder.
知っとるこ
I
とは
think I told you
み
everything
んな
I know.
話したつもりです
貴重なお話
Thank
を
you.
ありがとうございました
It's been valuable.
辛いことを思い出してしまいました
These are painful memories. That's for sure.
それは大変申し
I'm
訳あり
so
ませんで
sorry.
した
けんど
But
あんたに聞いて
there
も
is
ら
a
ったこ
certain
とで
lightness to getting it off my
ちょっ
chest.
と気持ちが軽くなっ
Thank
た
you
ように思います
For listening.
これが
The
都市伝
events
説
that took place there seem to be what inspired the urban legend of Emio, the smiling man.
鈴木兄弟の悲劇
As the people in the village spoke of the tragedy of the Suzuki siblings,
後に
the story took on a life of its own. And as word spread, the story morphed into a terrifying legend.
それを決定的にし
The
てしま
cruel
ったの
twist
が
of fate,
鈴木みのる本人だ
Minoru
ったという
Suzuki's
のは
actions cemented the
なん
legend
と
as a
も皮肉な
reality.
話だね。鈴木兄弟の
Of
事
course, the
件は
downfall of the
近隣
Suzuki
の方々
family
にも
cast a shadow over the entire neighborhood.
彼らのために
People there still
自
ask
分たちにできる
themselves
ことはなかったの
if they
か
couldn't
と
have done something.
今もなお自分が
Some still live with
止められた
regrets.
のではという思いに
The notion that they
ずっと縛
somehow
られ
could
てい
have
る方もいらっ
prevented
しゃった
all that came to pass. Time out for a brief second. They probably could have. If they had actually intervened and not left those kids alone with a fucking abusive father.
もちろんその方たちが
I don't think they should blame themselves, but it is human nature to do so. I know they carry the weight of their decisions, always. I met with the director at the juvenile detention center, where Minoru was incarcerated. Oh, yes. I remember Minoru Suzuki. He was an honest, well-behaved kid. However, I do recall that he had an intense case history, so we kept a close eye on his mental state. He hardly ever spoke during his time here, so it was hard to pin down how he was doing. Truly, he was an enigma. All in all, Minoru was a strange boy. He spent a lot of time alone, just thinking, presumably. It's never easy to tell what he was thinking. You know, now that I think of it, he did used to mumble to himself a little bit. I'm going to study cars. Why cars? One thing that did pique Minoru's interest was cars, so I encouraged him to pursue automotive repair. Becoming a certified mechanic could be a great advantage to someone leaving our institution. Turned out that he had the ability to focus quite well on his studies and work hard. Ultimately, he passed the certification exam on his first try, with flying colors. Oh, that's impressive. I agree, and a bit surprising, I'll admit. I was happy for him. Glad to see that his mind was hard at work behind the silence. He must have been thrilled after all. He barely spoke, but he did talk to me that day. However, the things he was saying were a little weird. Oh? Minoru said, "Someday I'll get myself a car and I'll take my little sister wherever she wants to go." Yeah, that was pretty much it. His sister, eh? Yes, he was quite clear. You agree, it's weird, don't you? At least, based on your reaction. As far as I know, Minoru only had one sister. That's right. I've looked through all the official documents. Minoru's only sister was Emiko, and she died before he arrived. Yes, I'm sure that Emiko was Minoru's only sister. Would have been in his records if he had another sister. Indeed. I'll take my little sister wherever she wants to go. Seeing him so happy, I suddenly realized, maybe, in this kid's head, the whole incident never happened. After his release from the juvenile detention, Minoru returned to Irumo village. The villagers welcomed him back, and he spent a few years pitching in with farm work. They said he was helpful and didn't cause any problems, but that he had changed. At least, that was most folks' impression. The behavior he exhibited in detention, rarely speaking, mumbling to himself, continued. Those in the village who knew about his history were sensitive to his feelings and protective of him. But not everyone felt that way. Perhaps picking up on a growing sense of unease, Minoru left the village. For a while, he drifted, working odd jobs, until he found his way to the Kamematsu area, Kofuku City. And he had the good fortune of stumbling upon Todoroki Motors. Speaking of, do you know what drew Minoru to Todoroki Motors? I believe it was this, right? Ah, I see, we had the same thought, but actually... I wonder if that was true and I just missed it. I found a car shop that's called Car. The owners are nice. I'm going to work there. If I have a car, I can go pick up Emiko. I gather he was fond of the kanji character for Todoroki, which spells out car. For a car enthusiast, it must have been the perfect job. Speaking of his job, we found a set of work clothes from Todoroki Motors in the abandoned building. They'd been laundered and folded neatly away in a hiding spot. I think it shows how important Todoroki Motors was for Minoru. In a note we found, Minoru wrote that he was planning on going to pick up his sister, Emiko. He also spoke of driving his sister around while he was in detention, but he doesn't have another sister. I think Minoru's mind became fixated on the day that he lost her, and he could never move past that event. He acted as if she were alive and in need of protection. As an unfortunate result, he caused a great deal of misery and suffering. I'm sympathetic to his story, but regardless of the circumstances, the crimes he committed are unforgivable. I have no desire to defend him, I assure you of that. What I'm about to describe to you is based on the notes Minoru left behind and Makoto's testimony. I have filled in some of the details with information from a few trusted sources. Unfortunately, I believe the story is factual and not an exaggeration. Of course, we can never truly know what was going through Minoru's mind. Even if we could get a glimpse, there's just no way. Still, the story of his life, I felt it was important to share with you. Oh. It's an actual animation. That must be Ayaka.
大きくなった恵美子に会った。
ミノルくんが会社まで来るなんて珍しいね。また妹さんのこと？そっか。ミノルくんは間違ってないよ。妹さんのことはミノルくんのせいなんかじゃないの。絶対に。ミノルくんは何か自分が失敗したせいだって言ってたけどさ。うまく家出できたとしても 妹さんとの生活は長くは続かなかったんじゃないかなって。子供だけで生きていくのはやっぱり無理なんだよ。どうせすぐに保護されてお父さんのところに連れ戻されちゃうんだ。それにいろんな怖いことだっていっぱいあると思うんだよね。お家が安全だって私も思ってるわけじゃないけどさ。ミノルくんみたいなお兄さんがいた妹さんはきっと幸せだったと思う。だからミノルくんは自分を責めちゃダメだよ。
Oh no.
私そろそろ行かなきゃ。ミノルくんまたね。
Oh man.
ミノルくんだ。おかえりなさい。なんだかミノルくんの顔が見たくなっちゃってさ来ちゃった。なんだか変だよね私。ごめん。ああ、これなんでもない、転んだだけ。ほら私ドジだからさ。ミノルくんたら何やってんの。
That's why they said if he laughed, he went away.
私にも貸してよ。これかぶってるとずっと笑顔になれるんだね。それにこうすれば顔の傷も見えないね。もうそんな顔しないの。ミノルくんもこれかぶって笑いなさい。こらかぶりなさいって言ってるでしょ。
The old man. The weird old man from before. Gosh, darn it, man.
ねえ、これちょうだい。
He didn't see her as Ayaka. He saw her as
私たち
Emiko.
二人でこの街を出る。本気で言ってるの？
大丈夫。もう失敗しない。
Oh no, dude. Oh no, dude.
行っちまうんだよな。
いつでも帰ってらっしゃいね。
ありがとうございました。
おいミノル、選別代わりだ。取っとけ。こいつに乗ってどこへでも行っちめ。どうした？まあ、おめえの道具だ。持ってきな。おめえの腕ならどこに行ったってやってけるさ。それさえありゃ食うに困らねえよ。
その子は恵美子じゃなかった。
ない。よし。
I know what happens. I think I know what happens, man. Oh no.
あれ、帰ってきちゃったんだ。
Never mind. I was hoping he'd be a little more sympathetic.
じゃあ行こうか。そうそう、今日お父さんから車をもらったんだ。すごくかっこいいんだぞ。だからどこへでも行けるんだ。今度は失敗しなかった。あの時も早くこうしておけばよかったんだ。大丈夫。もう失敗しない。
まさか。
ねえ、早く行こうよ、恵美子。ほら、早く立って。どうしちゃったの？
Oh, jeez.
こら、恵美子、落ち着くんだ。あいつはもういない。だからもう怖くないんだ。
私は
恵美子じゃない。
Jesus. Never mind. Pretty irredeemable.
Yup. 自分を面白い顔にしたけど
Yup.
失敗だった。
Yup.
すごく痛
They're
か
not
った。
gonna show him doing it, are they?
おじさんは酔っ払ってなんていませんよと。面白くない。面白くない。面白くない。面白くない。面白くない。
Jesus. Jesus, man.
"かわいそうな子を見つけたら面白い顔の袋をかぶって近づこう。俺を見て笑ったらかわいそうな子じゃない。俺を怖がる子はいつも何かを怖がってるかわいそうな子だ。だからずっと笑ってられるようにしてあげるんだ。お腹が痛い子を笑わせてあげた。治ってよかった。
こいつバカみたい。腹痛い。
エミコ、
はあ、私は道夫だよ。何だったんだあいつ。
エミコ。
This is hard to watch, man. This is hard to watch, man. Jesus, man.
"子供の頃の俺がいたから一緒に帰った。
どこだここ。ここってどこなんですか？僕は僕は誰だ？何も思い出せない。
お前は都築実だ。
鈴木実。それでお兄さんは？
俺はお前だ。
なんだろこれ。
それは恵美子のだ。
恵美子。
だから俺が持っておく。
僕がここに来てどれくらい経つのだろう。ここがどこなのか、自分が誰なのかは思い出せないままだ。
That was the report that led him to go
兄さんは僕によくしてくれる。
to the pump station.
誰なのかはわからない。それに
Well,
僕は
Minoru,
兄さんの顔を知らない。
the actual Minoru.
それと
それは恵美子のだ。
恵美子っていう名前を時々聞く。誰なんだろうか。
もう一人の俺もいいやつだ。
大人になった僕は兄さんの代わりに働いてお金を稼ぐことになった。街に出るときは必ずマスクをして、知らない人とはあまり口を聞いちゃいけないんだ。あの人またいる。
すみません。
どこかで会ったような気がするけど。
少しお時間をいただけませんか？少しだけ。
そうか、あの時の。
お兄ちゃんでしょ？お兄ちゃん、私よ、純子。ねえ、わかるでしょ？お兄ちゃん。
で、またその女の人を見かけたんだ。ずいぶん前に会った時には僕のことをお兄ちゃんって言ったんだ。名前は何だったっけ？
恵美子だ。
いや違う。
恵美子だ。恵美子。恵美子が待っているかもしれないから行こう。
車で出かけるの久しぶりだね。
Yeah, that's what I thought it was him.
どこに行くの？
恵美子を探しに行く。
見つかるといいね。
英介、ごめんなさい。
Oh my gosh.
おまじないを唱えなきゃ。おまじないはなんだっけ？
恵美子。
そう、それ、エミコ。本当に出た
どうだ、どこにいるんだ、森本めぐり。さすが助けに来たぞ。
兄さん。
恵美子じゃなかった。恵美子じゃなかった。恵美子にプレゼントをあげよ
Sums, man. It is
兄さん
messed
から
up.
あの女の人にこれを渡せって言われている。
Yeah, I figured, yeah, it was actually him.
久世純子。
お兄ちゃん、私よ、純子。
そうだ、あの人は純子って言うんだった。恵美子が好きだからこれをかぶれって兄さんは言うけど、会うわけでもないし、それにあの人恵美子じゃないじゃん。兄さんの言ってることってよくわからないや。久世純子。
恵美子は来てくれるかな。
Jesus. I mean, I got what I wanted. Tell you that much. I got all the answers to my questions.
兄さん。
君は
誠兄ちゃん、私よ、純子よ。
純子、誠兄ちゃん。
そうよ、誠兄さん。やっぱり無事だったのね。
無事。何のことなんだ。
兄さん、私がわからないの？もしや兄さん。
僕は誰だ。君は一体誰だ。ここはどこなんだ。
これを見て。兄さん、綺麗なお花をありがとう。ごめんなさい。兄さん、今すぐここから離れて、幸福駅で待っててちょうだい。早く行って。さあ早く急いで。
でも
行きなさい。
恵美子、やっぱり来てくれたんだ。恵美子じゃないのか。じゃあお前は誰だ。お前も俺が怖いのか。
We know the
恵
rest.
美子はもういない。彼もまた犠牲者の一人だったと考えることもできる。
So you see, in a very real way, he was also a victim.
言うまでも
But
なく
taking other innocent lives
人
is
を
a
殺める
sin,
ことは罪だ。
and it can never be forgiven.
彼が犯したその罪は決して許されるものではない。ただ
I spoke
あの
with
時
so many
自分
people
がこ
who
うし
carry
ていればと
regrets,
悔やんだ人も
who said, if only I
彼の
had
周
done
りには少
something.
なくなかったことを考えると、どこかで
I can't help but wonder
エ
if
ミ
the
オの
legend of
誕
the
生を
smiling
防ぐ
man
こと
could
が
have
で
been
きたのでは
prevented
ないか
after
と
all.
考えてしまうね。都築実の悲
After
劇的な人
investigating
生
the
に触れ
tragic
て、
life of Miner
僕は
Suzuki,
こう思ったよ。
I feel like the last
こ
sentence
の
on
走り書き
his
の最後
scribbled
の一
note
文こ
is
そが彼の心の
perhaps emblematic of his
全て
being
だったんだろうと。
and his heart. I want to see Emiko.
君はどう思う？
What do you think? Oh, brother. Literally. You know, I had heard about this game. There's kind of a, oh boy, you know, a controversial ending. And man, boy oh boy, is that an ending. Truly is that an ending. It answered my questions. Not in the way I wanted them to. I was very wrong in a lot of my hypotheses. I was honestly kind of like the Todorokis. I didn't want to believe that Minoru was the one who did it, you know? I didn't want to believe. I wanted to believe there was some twist, some fate. But there wasn't. It's the truth. It's the nature of it all. Oh, man, dude. What? What a way to end it. Presumably for real this time. I don't think there's gonna be another... I don't think there's gonna be anything else after this one. Oh, man. That's hard hitting. I can also see, I can see why this one was rated M. I think the other two games are rated T for teen. I understand why this is rated M, I'll tell you that much. Because, my word. If anything, it might just be rated M just for the last thing, just for the extra chapter. Because that animation itself, like, jeezums, man. It's pretty brutal at times. Covers a lot of issues. Man, dude. Game was so nice. We rolled credits twice. Seriously. It was a really nice game. All in all. You know. Story didn't go how I wanted it, but it was a good game. And so are the other two games. If anyone out there watching it is interested in the other two games, The Missing Heir and The Girl Who Stands Behind, I would definitely recommend picking those up. They're a little more dated because they're from the time of they're NES games originally, I believe. And so there's definitely times when I was playing through The Missing Heir that I got stuck, like a couple times in this playthrough. I'm trying to figure out what in the world specifically I'm supposed to do. And so they have a couple things that are a little more like that, and where it's kind of going back and forth, back and forth, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. But the stories in them are still good. I think the mysteries are good. Not quite as brutal, is what I would say. Not quite as brutal. Like I said, rated T for teen, not M. They don't go quite in this direction. Here's your freaking ending, man. Oh man, dude. It just sucks. He's right, you know. Jeezums. Utsuki is right about one thing. The circumstances of your life provide context, but they don't make an excuse for the harm you bring to others. There's your moment. Are we gonna flip back around? Oh, I see, now it's the combined. Oh, it makes a perfect smile. Oh, jeezums, man. Oh, and you can go to either one. Oh, jeezums, man. It's interesting that there is a clear file, so I don't know what that involves. Right, like, it lets you save a cleared file, so like if I go to the smiling man, it takes me here. I wonder what the extras are. Oh, chapter selection. Mr. Fukuyama's report card. What is this? I guess this one. Load. Where are we going?
探偵さん、調査お疲れ様でした。
Thank you, Conan Holmes, for your hard work during the
今
investigation.
回のあなたの
Based
調
on
査
how you
の
carried
進
out
め
your
方をもとにし
investigation,
て、
Mr.
南
Fukuyama
第三
has
中
filled out a
学校
report
の
card for you.
福山翼先
Well, let's
生
see
が
how good or
通信
bad
簿
I
をつけ
was
てくれ
at
ました。
this.
ここでは
Here
あなたは
you are
生
the
徒、
student, and
福
Mr.
山先生
Fukuyama
は
is the
教師で
teacher.
す。まずは
Let's take
あ
a
な
look
た
at
の
your
調査の
grades
進め
calculated
方を
based
も
on
と
how
に
you
算
carried
出し
out
た
your
成績
investigation.
表から見ていきましょう。
It's interesting that it gives you a chapter select too. Very well done. Well done, well done. Oh, let's see, a fade. Oh, it's because you. Not quite. Oh, interesting. You tried and you tried your best. Not quite. You. Jeez. So I kind of. Okay. So I messed up a couple of times. Interesting.
ふむ、可もなく不可もない。
Average grades.
平均的な
That's
成績
okay.
だ。
As they say,
出ない杭は
nails
打
that
たれな
don't
い。
stand out don't get hit.
悪くないじゃないか。
Nothing here stands out.
よし、続いて君への所感だ。
Now I focus on what I think of you personally.
所感といって
By
も、
which I mean your
性格診
personality.
断みたいなもんだ。
Listen
あ
up
まり
and
身構えずに
please
聞いて
don't
くれ
worry
たまえ。
too much.
君には少
Have you
々おっち
noticed
ょこち
you're
ょ
a
いな
little
とこ
bit
ろがある。
clumsy?
行
I
動の前
suggest
に
you draw a
一
deep
回
breath
深
before
呼吸す
taking
るこ
any
とをお
action.
勧めするぞ。次に君
Next,
は基本的
You're
に根は
awfully
真面目。
serious, aren't you?
そうだろ。
Always focused on
TPO によっ
sincere.
ていろんな表
Very
情を見せてはいるようだが、また君
Also,
は最近の若
do
い
you
子
know
は
about
短
speed
縮番
dial?
号を知らないと思っ
Is
てい
that
る
something for older folks?
先生も使った
I've
こと
never
はな
used
か
it
ったか
either.
ら。ところで、
By the way,
好きな飲み物は
is your favorite drink milk tea?
先生と
Just
同じ
like
ミル
me?
クティーなのか。
Planet
プラネット
Coffee's
コー
milk
ヒーの
tea
ミ
is
ルクティーは
amazing.
最高だぞ。所感は以上だ。
And that's all for my impressions.
さて、
Well,
先生からの通信簿
this
は
is
こ
the
れ
end
で
of
終
the
わり
report card for me.
だ。改めて
Once
事件
again,
解決おめでとう。
congrats on solving the
本当によくやっ
case.
た。
Well done.
書簡の方は全然違っ
Sorry
て
if
たら
I'd
すま
gotten
ない。
anything wrong.
その場合
If
は
that's the
立花に
case,
怒られてし
maybe
まうか。
Tachibana will get mad at me.
それじゃ
Well
ま
then,
た会おう。
until we meet again. Alright. There you go. Oh, and then you can just listen to the music. Oh, yeah, there you go. And then chapter select. You can replay the scenes, okay. Alrighty. Well, there you go. So not quite great, not quite 100%. But yeah, man, what a game, dude. I'd definitely say it is kind of a little bit of a controversial ending. It's a crazy ending, and the way they split it on its head and do all that stuff is crazy. Oh. All right, well, for this, I think we have done our playthrough of Emio. We've seen the ending. What a game. I'm gonna go play some Balatro to wind down from that, because I think I need something that maybe brings it's a little bit more lighthearted, especially after that ending scene. So with that, where this video ends, because I'm recording the VOD, if you're watching this, please stay safe, please stay healthy, take care of yourself, drink plenty of water, and have a good night, day, wherever you are. Stay safe.